In September 2024, my wife and I were sent on assignment by the Lost Executive to conduct an on-site review of Eagle Brae Cabins, a boutique glamping site in Inverness-Shire in the Scottish Highlands. They have not sponsored the article or the podcast in any way, and I would like to apologize in advance for my pronunciation of some of the words. I am doing my best. This is the story. In the heart of the Scottish Highlands lies a hidden gem where luxury meets nature in perfect harmony, Eagle Brae Cabins. Set within the sprawling 8,000-acre Stroy estate in Inverness-Shire, this retreat offers an unparalleled escape from the hustle and bustle of daily life. Whether you're seeking adventure or tranquility, Eagle Brae promises a master-crafted experience that blends comfort with the wild beauty of the Highlands. My wife Carrie and I currently live in Glasgow, Scotland, a city of such notorious reputation that several atmospheric scenes for the movie Batman were filmed there. Eagle Brae Cabins is located approximately 20 miles west of Inverness, between Glenafric and Glenstrathar, which means the driving distance from Glasgow to Eagle Brae is approximately 170 miles, which typically takes around 3.5 to 4 hours by car, depending on traffic and road conditions. During our journey, there were two route options that we were able to take. One was recommended by Google Maps and was definitely more of a direct route. It was not as scenic. The other option was a route that my wife, who is a passionate hiker, claimed was the better one. Scenic and beautiful, taking us through rural and empty areas of the Scottish Highlands, it promised spacious vistas, mountains, and endless fields of heather. Google, however, was quite insistent and kept trying to get us to go the way that it suggested, until finally we decided to turn it off and follow our instincts, and promptly got stuck in about 10 miles of nose-to-tail traffic on the winding one-lane roads of the Scottish Highlands that increased our journey time by about 3 hours. It indeed provided vistas, mountains, and endless fields of heather, which we certainly got the chance to enjoy, even though Carrie was 6 months pregnant and needing to pee every 30 minutes. Inverness-Shire is the largest historic county in Scotland and covers a vast area of the Scottish Highlands, extending from the east coast at Nairn and the Moray Firth to the west coast, including parts of the Inner Hebrides such as Skye and the small isles, Aich, Muck, Rum and Cana. Slicing through it is the massive geological fault line, the Great Glen, which was formed millions of years ago and is the location of the world-famous Loch Ness. I have never seen the Loch Ness Monster, but our journey did take us past the Glengoe residence of the disgraced and universally despised Jimmy Savile, the late BBC presenter who for decades was considered a British icon and hero until, after his death, evidence of sexual misconduct and necrophilia surfaced. Nessie may not be real, but there were certainly other monsters lurking in these hills. At the time of this writing, the house is planned to be demolished and replaced by a hotel. Maybe the legacy of evil that happened within those walls will be forgotten. Some monsters should just be buried by time. The story will no doubt become just another ghost story in these hills to accompany the many mysteries about this place that have fascinated the curious. For example, the parallel roads of Glenroy, a geological wonder consisting of three perfectly parallel lines carved into the hillsides of Glenroy. These are ancient shorelines of a glacial lake formed during the last ice age, but the illusion of man-made roads fascinated early geologists, including the likes of Charles Darwin, and they've also driven many stories. I love ghost stories, and Scotland is packed full of them. So while we were stuck in the traffic, I took the opportunity to educate my wife while she waited for a good spot to pee. 1. Bullskin House, Aleister Crowley's cursed mansion. Bullskin House, perched above Loch Ness, is one of Scotland's most infamous haunted locations. It was once owned by Aleister Crowley, the occultist who performed dark rituals there in the early 1900s. Locals believe he opened a portal to dark forces and failed to close it, and strange eldritch entities from a dark beyond have been leaking out ever since. Reports of shadowy figures, disembodied voices, and violent poltergeist activities are rampant. A headless man is sent to roam the grounds, and many say that Crowley's influence still lingers, and those who visit experience a feeling of deep unease and a sense of impending doom. Rock musician and legend Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin later bought the house, and he claimed it was haunted. The house was burnt down in 2015, rebuilt, and burnt down again in 2019, leading some to believe that the spirits themselves that linger there don't want it rebuilt. 2. The Green Lady of Castle Stewart. This castle, built in the 16th century, is known for its spectral Green Lady. The Stuarts were supporters of Mary, Queen of Scots, and the castle witnessed political intrigue and ungodly bloodshed. The Green Lady, believed to be the spirit of a maid who was betrayed and murdered, wanders the halls. Guests have heard whispers and footsteps, even when alone, and the castle's so-called haunted room was once locked up for over a century due to its terrifying activity. Today, you can experience it yourself, as Castle Stewart is a luxury hotel, but some visitors report waking up to ghostly figures watching them while they sleep. Finally, the Phantom Rider of Ruthven Barracks. Located in Kingussie, Inverness-Shire, Ruthven Barracks, built after the Jacobite uprising of 1715, is said to be haunted by a ghostly rider, a headless horseman who is sometimes seen galloping through the ruins. Mysterious shadows and strange lights said to appear in the barracks, and visitors report an unshakable sense of being watched. The barracks were the last refuge of the Jacobites after Culloden, and some believe the spirits of defeated soldiers still linger. One of the reasons, at least I think, why the Highlands of Scotland are such a source of ghost stories is not only because of its bloody history, but also because it's just so bloody empty. Almost a fifth of the land is protected wilderness, with much of the rest being wild through choice. People have tried to commercialize it, but the locals refuse. It's one of the few places in the West where the people and the local government value the land as it is, and the results are gorgeous, and sometimes unsettling. It is the perfect site for a ghost story because when you're here, even when you're staying in a fancy and comfortable hotel, you're still in the middle of nowhere. I also think this is one of the reasons why unreasonable style and comfort are a big thing in the hospitality scene up here, as well as a warm welcome. During our stay at Eagle Brae, we were in the cabin Paris, which is perched at the top of a hill and benefits from the best scenery. I dropped in and enjoyed a wonderful coffee with the co-owner Michael, and we chatted about the history of the land, Stroy Estate, and what it took to bring Eagle Brae to life. It is quite the story. Owned by the Spencer Nairn family since the 1930s, Stroy Estate has always been a place of natural beauty and serenity. However, it was the vision of Michael and Pawana Spencer Nairn that transformed this estate into the ultimate Highland holiday destination. Their dream was to create a space where guests could enjoy all the comforts of home in a setting that feels both intimate and awe-inspiring. As Michael explained to me, it was a huge project, with much of the timber and wood being shaped into the cabins in Canada and then shipped over to the Highlands where they were assembled. By that stage, the infrastructure that would support the cabins, with their ultra-reliant modern amenities, had to be installed and functional. Today, Eagle Brae is home to 10 individually named log cabins, each a masterpiece of artisanry. Built in 2013 using sustainably sourced western red cedar logs and traditional Norwegian techniques, these cabins are a testament to the careful attention to detail that defines Eagle Brae. The cabins were constructed with a focus on sustainability, featuring grass-insulated roofs, biomass boilers, and a micro-hydro scheme that provides electricity and hot water. Each cabin is a sanctuary in itself, secluded from its neighbours and offering stunning views of the surrounding highland landscape. Whether it's the sparkling river glass or a secluded pond teeming with wildlife, every cabin has a vista that invites relaxation and reflection. Inside, the cabins are equally impressive, with artistic Himalayan carved wooden furnishings, natural decor, and hand-woven fabrics that create a cozy yet luxurious environment. Guests can choose from four smaller cabins, Tringa, Paris, Sylvia, and Strix, each featuring one double bedroom, but for larger groups, the Butia, Loxia, and Aquila cabins offer an additional ensuite bedroom upstairs and two single log beds on the mezzanine, accommodating up to 6 guests. All cabins feature a spacious open-plan living area with a sitting room, kitchen, and dining area beneath a stunning cathedral ceiling. The mezzanine levels adds a touch of elegance with its exquisitely carved balconies overlooking the living space below. And while the cabins themselves are a marvel, Eagle Brae's true allure lies in the wealth of outdoor activities available. The Scottish Highlands are a playground for adventurers, and their location is the perfect base from which to explore. Whether you're interested in mountain climbing, hiking, fishing, or sledding, there's something for everyone. The nearby Munros, the mountains that rise over 3,000 feet, offer a challenging yet rewarding experience for climbers. Fishing enthusiasts can enjoy salmon fishing in the rivers or trout fishing in the lochs, with the serene surroundings adding to the pleasure of the catch. Even a simple walk through Strathfire's pinewood forest and wildflower-strewn grasslands becomes an extraordinary experience in this picturesque setting. For those seeking a unique adventure, Eagle Brae also offers pony trekking and husky sledding, providing a taste of traditional Highland life. After a day of exploring, guests can return to their cabin to enjoy a home-cooked meal or take advantage of the on-site shopping facilities to stock up on essentials. The nearest village, Bewley, is just 13 miles away and offers additional shops, restaurants, and amenities. One of the standout features of Eagle Brae is its commitment to sustainability. The entire site is self-sufficient, with a micro-hydro scheme generating the electricity and hot water needed for the cabins. Each cabin's biomass boiler ensures a consistent supply of heat, while the grass-insulated roofs blend the building seamlessly into the natural surroundings. This focus on sustainability doesn't come at the cost of luxury, though. The cabins are equipped with contemporary fixtures and fittings, including eco-friendly wood burners to keep the space cozy. Modern conveniences like Wi-Fi and a dedicated office space cater to those who need to stay connected even in this remote location. And Eagle Brae isn't just about the cabins and the activities, it's about the experience as a whole. The site has a genuine community feel thanks to the friendly and attentive owners, Mike and Pawana, who are always on hand to offer suggestions or assistance. The atmosphere is warm and welcoming, yet there's also plenty of privacy for those who prefer a more secluded stay. For those who want to make the most out of their time at Eagle Brae without the hassle of cooking, a selection of home-cooked meals is available to order. Groceries, wine, and quality food can be ordered through the convenient Eagle Brae intranet, ensuring that guests have everything they need for a comfortable stay. Additionally, Eagle Brae is easily accessible by road, rail, and air, with Inverness being the closest rail station and airport. However, reaching the cabins themselves requires navigating a dirt road, which means that vehicles with lower gears and a strong engine are recommended. Smaller cars might struggle with the terrain, so it's worth considering when planning your trip. The cabins can accommodate either 2 or up to 6 guests, depending on the layout and size. Short breaks are permitted within 30 days of arrival for selected dates, with a minimum stay of 2 nights during the low season, November to March, and a week during the high season, April to October. Well-behaved dogs are welcome, though a surcharge applies and there are limits on the number of dogs allowed per cabin. Overall, Eagle Brae offers an exceptional experience that combines the best of the Highland luxury with the beauty and tranquility of nature. Whether you're looking to reconnect with the outdoors, embark on new adventures, or simply relax in a stunning setting, Eagle Brae has something to offer. The only challenge you might face is finding the will to leave this enchanting haven and return to the everyday world. Every effort has been made to make the accommodation comfortable. On-site review stays aside, this is a minimum length of stay available and guests generally have to book for about a week according to Michael. With this in mind, it was good to find a seated area with 2 comfortable couches and a television for me and my partner to relax in. If we had children with us, or were here for several nights, this would be a perfect way to relax in the evening after a day of activities. Also, in the Highlands, one has to make considerations for what to do in the inevitable rain. I really like the working desk with its assortment of charging points, which got a solid smiley face from me. Also, there are deer that wander freely through the resort. This podcast was based on an article that I wrote for the Lost Executive in September 2024. Just at the end of the podcast, I should probably mention I do realize that I refer to my wife as my partner in it. My apologies, especially to her. That's definitely going to come back to haunt me. But yeah, this is a fantastic location in the Highlands. If you're visiting Scotland, I would definitely recommend to go there. And you can see the full review on our website. If you've enjoyed the episode, please feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. The more people who do that, the better the podcast will do, and I'm looking to increase and improve these as we go along. Other than that, thank you so much for listening and keep getting lost. How the hell do I turn this thing off?